You're watching Garage TV, that unexplainable passion for motoring. Garage TV HD.
Hello viewers, as we all know, the Honda Accord Coupe is basically one of the greatest coupes out there. I mean, it allows you to have a big car be in a coupe and it doesn't let you feel all that crouched up inside. Now today we have the American rival. This is the Chrysler 200, but it's not just the 200, it's the 200S. So as you can see all around here, we are in a bit of a situation because it's been raining and the top is down. So, you know, you're gonna have to bear with me. But getting back to the car now, this car probably brings one of the best options ever. I mean, the looks, it focuses on that because it looks great. I mean, yeah, the components are from the old Sebring, but that just brings the price down. I mean, the price of with a price tag of $32,000, that's perfect for a hardtop convertible. Now, the Accord doesn't allow you to have that. And, you know, the Accord might be $30,000, but for $2,000 more, you get all of this. I mean, you get 100 million miles of headroom. I can't ask for anything else. Now, when I was able to close the roof for a moment, because I was mesmerized by what I was seeing all around, I got to checking on the inside. And over here, I noticed that they took a lot of care and detail into all of these things. They put a clock, an analog clock, not one of those little clocks that tells you a couple of numbers and, you know, it's just pretty colors flashing. Also, they have sat-nav navigation, they have, you know, cruise control. There's also a satellite radio. So, I mean, that's a pretty good option. It's a pretty good option right there. Now, as we notice here, there is no plain sight about this car. Over here, there's a screen that handles all of that. Over here, we have some buttons on the steering wheel. Now, right here is probably the greatest button ever. It's for the fog lamps, which are some better fog lamps than, you know, any other fog lamps out there, because what they have is they project more. They just go for a longer radius. Now, the Speedo. I'm currently doing 30 miles an hour. And I'm doing just about 22 miles per gallon. And that's not bad, thinking about the fact that this is a 3.6 liter V6. And here's the thing about that. This offers you 283 horsepower. I mean, it's a hardtop convertible, the top's down right now, and just horsepower, it feels good. It's a nice feeling. Another great thing that Chrysler did with this car was they gave it a little more feel on the steering. So you actually feel like you're moving something. It feels like you're moving the whole car instead of just moving a little wheel in front of you without feeling anything. So I mean, I haven't found almost any drawbacks. I mean, there are a few, but you know, like rainy days, that's a big drawback right now, but you know, that's just a little thing. Well, there is a little thing that's a tiny drawback, like the visibility is a little bad when the top is up. I mean, you should see backwards, it's a little cocoon. But once the top is down, you have 1,000,000 miles of headroom. I mean, I couldn't ask for any more than that. Also, so you can save fuel, they focused on another great thing. They put a 6-speed gearbox. It's an automatic one, or you can just pop it down and make it a manual. But, you know, let's leave it in drive since we're doing this. There's another good thing that I noticed about this car, and it's not just the looks, it's the way it performs. And I don't mean raw power, I mean the way it suits you as you go. I mean, I'm currently just not stepping on the gas, maybe less than a fourth down on it, and I'm cruising right now. And that's probably one of the greatest things to do with, you know, a convertible. Now I've noticed another thing. I'm sitting on leather seats. And we're in Miami. Right now it's hot, not that hot because you know it's a little bit rainy, but leather and the heat don't match well. So over here we have a button that cools you. I mean, over here, I'm gonna press it and it's sending cold air to my buttocks. That's a nice feeling. Now I've noticed a couple of more things. I mean, if we notice over here, the air vents, they're not the old usual, you can move around air vents which break after 2 years. They're actually from a Toyota. They're not actually from a Toyota, but you know, they work like one. They're tough, they're rugged, they're hard, and you can tell they're gonna last a while in a Chrysler. Now I haven't seen any blind spots all around, partly because the roof is down, but these little parts over here, they are a big fit. So I mean, it's not a big problem. Now I haven't felt any cheapness on this car because when they came to doing this car, they said one thing and one thing only. If the Japanese can do it practical and better than us, I mean, we can just try and steal a little bit of that idea and make it our own. So what they did was, they focused a little more on recycling what they had in the old cars, make it better, and put it all around. I mean, look at this. There's nothing going on. This is actually leather. It's not, you know, the typical plastic. Now, as you see over here, this is not just a sculpture, it's a little more than that. It's not a water fountain, it's a big place that surrounds you with beauty and everything. And so is this car. This is a big place. If you look in the back, you can fit 2 children. And they don't have to be small, they can be nearly teenagers. And if you're not my size, around 6'3", and you can move the seats forward, you can actually fit 2 adults in the back. Over here, you can fit your wife comfortably, and so she can enjoy the ride with you. Now, with this car, I mean, I love this car. I really like it. So, here's the thing about it. I would probably recommend it to anyone, because I mean, anybody can own it. It's cheap, but it's cheerful. And that doesn't come anywhere. I mean, if you're a man, you can actually put this car in the car park when you go to work throughout the week. And in the weekend, you can take your family out just to enjoy yourself and cruise around. So in the end, you know, it's one of those perfect cars. It's rare. And, you know, that's not easy to find. Thank you very much for watching. This is Sebastian Benzoni.
You're watching Garage TV, that unexplainable passion for motoring.